And here we are, it's Tuesday tip time once more. This week, it's 5 things that you can do this week to set your band up for success. Number 1, it's all about band dynamics and making sure that there's some kind of equal division of labour and commitment to the band, otherwise the band gets a little bit wonky. So it's important to sort of figure out who does what in the band, who's the major, if someone's a major songwriter, who's booking the tours, who's doing the practical stuff, who's doing the day-to-day management, who's got the strategic vision, and perhaps there's somebody in your band with artistic or production abilities as well. So try and make sure that's equally, and that sets you up for a long-term relationship and good band chemistry. Now, number 2 is a little bit tricky. Every now and then when you're running a band project, you've got to review the kind of membership of the band and make sure everybody's pulling the weight. And these days, you can't expect to have a career if you just turn up and play a bit of bass. You've got to be prepared, you've got to contribute either creatively, maybe you're the one who produces the band, maybe you're the one who writes the songs, maybe you're the day-to-day management, or you have the strategy, or you just do practical stuff like book the rehearsal room. But unfortunately, at some point, if someone isn't pulling the weight, you've got to make that difficult call and sort it out. Keep the lineup lean, and keep everyone working for the same common goals. Another thing you can do this week, having looked at the lineup of the band and ask yourself those difficult questions, are we going to compete like this? If not, are we going to do something about it? At that time, there is also an opportunity to consider a little bit of a rebrand, to pep everything up. So I'm talking about the way the band looks, to the logo, to even possibly the name. If you've got a certain group of fans, I think bands are sometimes a little bit worried about, can they survive changing the name? But it has been done very successfully. I'm thinking of the Cult, that used to be Southern Death Cult, then they were the Death Cult, and then they just became the Cult. That sort of evolution is a very cool thing. And some bands, when they've really stepped up a gear, have had a complete name change, a whole new logo and the whole lot. Think about it. So number 4, you're thinking about the band lineup, you're thinking about the look and feel and the brand, if you want to call it that. It's also time to think about what you stand for, review that. Is it coming across clearly? So the questions to ask yourself are, what do you stand for? Who are you speaking to? Or for, who's your audience, and what are you going to say? And if you ask yourself those questions, you're probably going to come up with some great song titles and subject matter. And the 5th thing to think about this week is, I say this all the time, but regardless of all that stuff that I've said in all the other videos, it still always boils down to this, the song. So concentrate on those songs. Take those great subject matter and titles that you've turned up this week and turn them into great songs. Work on your writing, because at the end of the day, you will live and die on the quality of your songs. And don't forget, if you're really serious about music and it's becoming a really big part of your life, you can come for a bit of further help at WaterBear. You can study with us, you can get this kind of one-to-one advice all the time. So we offer a master's qualification, we offer a BA honours qualification. It can be done by distance learning, anywhere in the world. It can be done on-site in Brighton, or a mixture of the two. And we believe that your study should always fit around the work that you're doing, the bands that you're in, the projects that you're in. It should fit around that, not the other way around.